From a family-focused first daughter, a red line on family separations at the border.
That was a low point for me as well. And I am very vehemently against family separation and the separation of parents and children.
It was the policy of Ivanka Trump's father that triggered more separations in the first place. But she never pushed back publicly until that had already been reversed. Now she's making her view clear on that and on something else.
Do you think the media is the enemy of the people?
No, I do not. I have some sensitivity around why people have concerns, but no, I do not feel that the media is the enemy of the people.
Late today, back up from her boss, with the president tweeting she correctly said no. It is the fake news, which is a large percentage of the media, that is the enemy of the people.
The enemy of the people, I call them.
I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are.
His press secretary, repeatedly pressed on whether the media is the enemy, repeatedly dodged.
Repeatedly, the media resorts to personal attacks without any content other than to incite anger. As far as I know, I'm the first press secretary in the history of the United States that's required Secret Service protection.
You did not say in the course of those remarks that you just made that the press is not the enemy of the people.
I'm here to speak on behalf of the president. He's made his comments clear.
As for what's happening on the policy front, this administration has always focused on ending Obama-era regulations. With another example today, the EPA is rolling out its plan to roll back certain fuel economy standards, consistent with the pattern we've seen from President Trump, undoing what his predecessor did, Lester. For him, a promise made, promise kept.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.